As a physical therapist, one of the most common questions I get asked is, does Chiro work? I'm going to expose the truth about Chiros, but after that, I'm going to tell you a secret that a lot of physical therapists and massage therapists and chiropractors either don't know or are not comfortable with. So, does Chiro work? The short answer is sort of. It depends what you mean when you ask, does Chiro work? Are you asking, does Chiro work because chiropractors find misalignments in your spine with their hands or their eyes or their x rays and they crack them back into place, therefore making you feel better? No, that's not true. That is not how Chiro works. And if that's what you are being told, you're being lied to, or you are being told misinformation from a chiro who has good intentions but doesn't know any better. So, no, chiropractors are not popping your spine back into place. So, what are they doing? And can it actually make you feel better? Are you asking if it helps with pain? Well, yeah, getting your back cracked can feel great for some people. Do you know what else can help with pain? Advil, or a warm bath, or massage, or even exercise, or perhaps even crystals that you believe are magic and can help with your pain. See, the question here isn't necessarily does it work? It's more so how much of its effect is due to placebo, like the crystals, sorry, astrology folks, versus maybe just time and healing, versus the specific effects of the treatment itself. Now, just because they're not popping your spine back into place doesn't mean that there's never any value in getting your back cracked. Getting your back cracked can help with pain, but it's not for the reasons that chiropractors often claim. The reasons you get better are often due to something called non-specific or shared effects, and these are effects that don't have so much to do with the precise mechanism of cracking a back. A good example of this is that it doesn't actually matter where you get your back cracked in order to get a good result for pain relief. Many studies have looked at the site of where chiropractors adjust somebody's back, whether it's at the painful site or away from it, and we see that there isn't a difference between the two, which is really, really cool. Maybe something broader is going on, and I'll give you some ideas as to what this could be. Number one, could there be a placebo effect involved? Yeah, absolutely. Maybe it's due to a stress reduction or changes in inflammation or your blood pressure or the way that your brain is processing the area of pain. Now, the important thing about all those potential mechanisms is that they probably aren't unique to getting your back cracked, whether it's at the specific site of pain, whether it's away from the site of pain, or if you're comparing it to something like a massage. And can exercise have the same effects? And how much of the benefit is due to these mechanisms I've just spoken about? The thing is that we don't have the precise answer to that question yet. There could be many things going on. Ultimately, most of the benefit that people get from getting their back cracked are short lived and they're not very specific to the actual treatment itself. Now, here's the secret that a lot of physios and massage therapists are not comfortable with. The same applies for massage therapy, and the same applies for a lot of exercises. We like to think that exercises are so specific and they help you in pain because we're finding muscle imbalances or weakness and we're addressing those. But we see time and time again that exercises don't actually need to produce strength gains to help you get out of pain. They don't need to help you move differently to get you out of pain. They don't need to fix imbalances or muscle firing patterns to help you get out of pain. When we look at low back pain or shoulder pain, we see that we don't have one type of exercise that works best for everybody. Many different forms of exercise can be helpful. And therefore, we need to ask ourselves, Is this because of the specific effects of exercise itself? Or is it because of something else going on? Maybe there are some contextual or non-specific or shared effects happening. And when I say that, that means shared effects between different types of exercises. When we look at massage therapy, the same concepts once again apply. We don't need to fix your imbalances with our hands. We don't need to unlock your muscles or release a trigger point. None of these things need to occur in order for you to feel better after a massage. And when we look at recovery after these treatments are applied, and we try to decipher how much of that benefit is due to either the specific effects of the treatment, to time and just natural healing, or to contextual effects, we see that a significant portion of the reason people benefit from these treatments has nothing to do with the specific treatment effect itself. But that's not how it's ever explained to you, is it? No, this exercise is going to cure you because it's going to fix your imbalances. This chiropractic adjustment is going to put everything back in place. And I may need to see you 3 times a week because things may fall back out of place. No, no, no. The reality is that we don't really have a great understanding of why people improve from pain. In 2025, we don't have a great understanding of why people improve from pain. This is what many researchers are working on right now. So you should be highly skeptical of people who think that they have all of the answers because the top researchers in the world don't know themselves. As time goes on, we'll have a better idea of the doses and the types of treatments that work well for people, and perhaps the types of people that will respond well to particular doses and particular treatments. But for now, honestly, the approach is that we stick to principles and we kind of throw shit at the wall and see what sticks, and then we stick with that. We tend to think of placebo as this magic pill that gets people better, even though the pill doesn't do anything itself, right? This thing was never supposed to have a treatment effect. It was all to do with other factors outside of the actual ingredients and mechanisms of the pill itself. What people often fail to realize, though, is that the placebo effect can occur alongside things that actually work. Let's say we have somebody who is in pain and we feel like they will benefit from a certain type of exercise to some extent. Now, let's say that person is a massive believer in exercise and its therapeutic effects. And they also are a massive believer in their physiotherapist who they've been working with for a while and who they deeply trust. That person is probably going to respond better to the exercises compared to the person that's prescribed the exact same exercises, but who does not trust their physiotherapist and who does not like exercise at all. It may sound woo-wooey because we're now dealing with a therapeutic thing like exercise, but you believe in the placebo pill outside of a therapeutic effect. Why is it so hard to believe that the placebo effect can be ingrained within something that also has a real treatment effect? Physiotherapists, chiropractors, and massage therapists have dozens, if not hundreds, of different treatments at their disposal. They should strive to find treatments that actually do work outside of a placebo effect. But they should also try to enhance these contextual effects with their patients. They should aim to build trust and try and almost sell their treatments to the patient and make sure that the patient actually believes in the treatment that they're getting, because they may have better outcomes if all of these different things are aligned. The problem with back cracking or with corrective exercises or with massage therapy isn't does it work or does it not work? It's more so with the narratives that are attached to them. Because when you crack somebody's back and you tell them that they now feel better because their spine was misaligned and then they popped it back into place, there's a chance that that person may feel like their spine is very, very fragile and that they need to depend on someone to make them feel better. There's a chance that when you prescribe a corrective exercise to somebody and you tell them that they were completely out of alignment earlier and now this exercise is realigning them, or that they were weak and that's why they were in pain, they may develop attitudes and beliefs about their body that aren't healthy. What if you tell them that they were doing a movement or an exercise wrong their whole life and that they have to stay away from that movement in order to feel better? Will they develop fear? It's possible. And the thing about placebo effect is that it has an evil twin. And that evil twin's name is the nocebo effect. Negative expectations and beliefs can negatively impact outcomes. This is why in healthcare, we have to stay away from harmful narratives when we are giving treatments to our patients. We don't need to tell them that their bodies are broken in order for them to respond positively to our treatments. Thank you once again for listening to the podcast. If you enjoyed it, please consider leaving a review. If you would like to follow me on social media, you can follow me at noahmandel.physio on Instagram and TikTok. Have a wonderful day, and remember to keep moving forward.